Hello once again and welcome to my channel. Welcome to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And today we're going to make some salmon cakes. Salmon cakes with some fresh salmon. I have some fresh salmon here. It has been frozen and now thawed. I dried it out. And we're going to add some vegetables to that. Some garlic, some onions, some red bell peppers, some sweet pepper, a couple of spicy peppers, and I have some scallion here, a little bit of lime juice, and some cayenne pepper for a kick, and also some Old Bay seasoning. So we're not going to go too high on the seasoning. I already had some green seasoning in there, some fresh green seasoning, which I sprinkled on the salmon of itself. So we're going to take care of the salmon later, but first we need to mince all of our vegetables. We mince them to a very fine consistency, and then we'll saute them and get them cooked. Once they're translucent, once the onion gets translucent and soft, we'll take them all out. So I'll go ahead and give these a mince. That's how I'll do it. You'll cut them into matchsticks first. Then we'll do some very small dices. So that's what we're looking for, very small dices. And if you care to, you can just go it over with your knife again another time if you think they're. So I'll go ahead, get everything minced properly, and I'll be back. And you get the onion minced. I'll just put a piece of yellow onion in here also. There were 2 little hot peppers. They're going to go in later. The garlic, so let's, since we have our veggies minced, these are the ones we're going to cook. We're going to cook the onions and the bell peppers. The garlic, I'm going to use the garlic fresh in the on the salmon of itself. So we have to get a little salt or a little seasoning here. Just a little salt for the veggies here. We're going to saute these veggies until they're nice and soft, and then we set them aside to cool because we cannot put the hot vegetables into the salmon. So we just let this go saute for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3. I just use my mincer here to mince the garlic. let's set this aside. As I said, I have some green seasoning which I rubbed on the salmon, and just let that green seasoning marinate the salmon for a while. But I'll just give the salmon a rough chop. You can put it in the food processor, but I think it is gonna, I would like to get some crunch, you know, little coarse pieces in it. So I prefer to do it by hand so that I can control what I'm getting. So I'll continue that and I'll be back. Here, the veggies are looking nice here. Almost done. We'll set this aside and let it cool. So let's take care of the salmon right now. We just get the garlic in there and the green onion. Just maybe about a teaspoon of lemon juice, a little bit of lemon juice in there. The cayenne pepper and the Old Bay seasoning. A hefty teaspoon of mayonnaise, the real mayonnaise, you know, the real mayonnaise. So, tablespoon and a half, I should say, tablespoon of mayo. So let's give this all a mix. Just make sure that everything is combined in here. And before I forget, some panko. Just a little bit of panko, maybe about a quarter cup, depending on how much salmon you have. Some Dijon mustard, and I have a Grey Poupon Dijon. So we just put about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard in there. And give this another mix here. You want to mix it real well so that the breadcrumbs can get everywhere. And get hydrated. So, once we've finished here, we'll sit this in the refrigerator. We cover it tightly with some plastic wrap and sit it in the refrigerator for about an hour before we start the frying process. So we'll get some, let me get some plastic wrap. and we'll cover this up and put it away. Well, I should say, of course, if you really want to use it right away, you can. But I'm just going to let it sit for a while so that the everything could just marry together and just get the seasoning into the fish. And just, yeah, you can leave it for about a half an hour. You don't have to leave it for an hour or 2 hours or whatever. But you just want to let the flavors mix in there and get into the salmon and flavor it properly. So we'll put this in the refrigerator, and I'll see you in an hour. Well, I caught it in time. I was putting it away, and then I forgot I didn't put the vegetables in there. So I'm now stirring in my veggies here. And then we'll just let it rest for a little. And we'll come back and form our patties or salmon cakes. Cool. It looks even better now. Pretty. All right, so I'll be back. So let's form our patties or cakes here. Let me just give my hand a wash because we're gonna form these by hand. Okay. This amount should give me about eight salmon cakes. Hopefully. I'll just spray my hand with some oil here. And we'll see here. Depending on how large you want them or how small you want them. I think this is a good size. And I sprinkle some panko on my plate here where I'm going to rest them on. We'll go ahead and just ball it around, roll it around a little, and just get the top, flatten the top. Make it about a 1/4 inch thick. And it will take maybe about 3 minutes on each side. So I'll go ahead and form these out, and I'll be back. Now I have all my my salmon cakes all formed out. I sprinkle some panko on top of them. You can dust them in the panko. I just pat it down like that. because it's already resting on some panko there. So just need some on the top. And my oil is heating. I'm heating my oil to approximately 350, 325, 350, thereabout. Maybe I'll do 350, and then because when it goes in there, it's the temperature is going to drop. So once I get to that 350 temperature, I will start frying. So let's form our patties or cakes here. Let me just give my hand a wash because we're gonna form these by hand. Okay. This amount should give me about eight salmon cakes. Hopefully, I'll just spray my hand with some oil here. And we'll see here. Depending on how large you want them or how small you want them. I think this is a good size. And I sprinkled some panko on my plate here where I'm going to rest them on. We'll go ahead and just ball it around, roll it around a little, and just get the top, flatten the top. Make it about a 1/4 inch thick. And it will take maybe about 3 minutes on each side. So I'll go ahead and form these out, and I'll be back. Now I have all my my salmon cakes all formed out. I sprinkle some panko on top of them. You can dust them in the panko. I just pat it down like that. Because it's already resting on some panko there. So just need some on the top. And my oil is heating. I'm heating my oil to approximately 350, 325, 350, thereabout. Maybe I'll do 350, and then because when it goes in there, it's the temperature is going to drop. So once I get to that 350 temperature, I will start frying. Now I have my oil up to temperature. we'll just start laying them. And you don't want them touching. So it will take maybe 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And once you see it starts to get brown on the edges, you know it's getting somewhere and it's working. So let's give it a few minutes and I'll be back. So I started flipping them. I'm going to give it another 3 minutes on that side. I'm serving it up. My lovely salmon cakes with an endive salad and some lemon and a little bang bang sauce. So this is the finished product. My fresh salmon cakes. Fresh salmon cakes. Once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next clip.